So yeah, that's it. Legion of Skanks subreddit is no more. Shannon, pull up the page. Reddit.com/r/Legion of Skanks. It's kind of, am I crazy that I'm kind of sad about it?
Did you browse there?
I posted there. The Legion of Skanks subreddit has been banned from Reddit. This community was banned for violating Reddit's rule against promoting hate. Bam. And the gavel. Blam. They don't give a fuck, dude.
Yeah,
they said,
don't.
get out of here, you racist fucking Nazi podcasters. But a lot of people think that, like, we have something to do with the... If you don't understand the way Reddit works, like, the Legion of Skanks subreddit wasn't our page. Some people were like, dude, I'm so sorry. They're really fucking trying to hold you guys down. It's like, it wasn't... It was our fans. They're savages.
Yeah. It wasn't our fans. It was the 3% of the worst of our fans.
And also maybe some other fans.
And a few other people.
Let me explain what happened.
Squeaky wheel gets the grease.
So if you guys know, if you don't know what Reddit is basically a message board community. And for a couple years, I did not understand how Reddit worked. People still don't understand how Reddit works. It's essentially a message board for everything on the internet. So if you like superheroes, there'll be a page for superheroes. If you like Joe Rogan, there's a page for Joe Rogan. Wheel of Fortune, there's a Wheel of Fortune page. Saturday Night Live. More, not even just like things. It could be like interests. It could be... You know, black people sayings. It could be fucking guys with tattoos on their face. Guaranteed. You know, and it's pictures with guys with their tattoos on their face. It gets weird.
Puerto Ricans are bad at improv.
Bad at improv, yeah.
Microphones. Tables.
God damn it, Zach, fine. But it got obscure. You know, there was porn categories.
Reddit is mostly for porn.
No, you think it's mostly for porn?
No, but for a lot of people, I think for a significant amount of people, Reddit is 4chan with accountability.
I by the way, to this day, I don't understand what 4chan or 8chan are. Let's not even go down that rabbit hole.
Okay.
I'll be on soon. PR Rattle's like, I'm coming, baby. I'm coming to 8chan or 4chan or 16chan or what the fuck ever chan. I will be there eventually. Okay, but so I just got the hang of Reddit. Okay, relax.
All right.
So, in fact, pull up a subreddit, Shannon. Pull up, whatever, just any old subreddit. It doesn't fucking matter. So people can
r/cum sluts.
Is that an actual subreddit?
Yeah, it is. Of course it is.
Nice.
Yeah, absolutely.
So would he come in here to talk about porn, or there's going to be videos in here?
There'll be a lot of times people put videos.
Oh, it's going to be videos.
Okay.
But it's going to be videos and photos.
Each of these message boards are created by a user. Like you or I, you can create your own subreddit. You can say, I want to create cum sluts too, and it's a separate subreddit, right?
There you go.
And you make up your own rules for it. You can say you can only post videos. You can't.
There's a comma though, and it's cum sluts too.
But you can only post videos. You're not allowed to post. You're not allowed to post hate speech. Whatever it is, there's different rules.
Oh, Toronto cum sluts. I'm sorry, that's so specific. Amazing, incredible. Good.
So the way the subreddit community works, I guess what made it unique. That she literally looks like a child. What made it unique was the upvote and downvote system. So essentially, what happens is if you like what somebody says or a piece of content that somebody posts on this message board, you click up. If you don't like it, you click down.
Yes.
And then the cream of the crop rises to the top. No pun intended for cum sluts.
There you go.
And then the stuff
Toronto
that
cum sluts.
the stuff that people don't like will get pushed to the bottom of these pages.
Fucking shout out Canada.
So the Legion of Skanks subreddit became somewhat of a popular subreddit. Now, we are not the only subreddit that recently has been banned for hate speech. Cumtown subreddit.
All the other racist ones as well.
Well, the Cumtown subreddit. I mean, there were actually racist subreddits that were banned.
They've done a huge purge on Reddit over the last 2 years. I mean, everything from watch people die to like the red pill and a bunch of other like weird small
the Donald, I think
But they're doing that with the whole internet, because I'm getting notifications from YouTube about thumbnails being taken down and all that, like shit that I posted like a year ago.
YouTube is also doing a massive purge right now with political leaning stuff, and they've been doing that for years now. So people were getting kicked off of YouTube for a while. Reddit's different though, because this is not a community where it's content creators that are going and doing it. These are users. These are fans. And this is a message board. This is where racist, shitty comments belong. I mean, you put that's exactly where you put them. You put them on a message board, anonymous comments. You say stupid shit. This is for dumb people to fucking interact. And I'm a dumb person. I use it, okay? So I'm not hating. I'm just saying you're supposed to sort of be able to go in there anonymously, say,
it's supposed to be a place where all ideas that exist together.
Yes, exactly. And through this sort of free, it's a platform for sort of free speech. I thought Reddit was sort of created with free speech in mind, that like the shit that people didn't like would just get pushed down. So if racist comments would get pushed down, what we found out was that, racist comments were thriving on Reddit.
Being carried on the shoulders of celebrating men.
It sounds
like they won the Super Bowl.
It sounds like you guys had like one of those tent cities in the internet, and someone came through and cleaned it up.
Well, Reddit has been doing this purge for about a year now, right? And
even longer maybe.
We're trying to clean up racist subreddits, hateful subreddits, weird shit that are going on in subreddits. And our subreddit, when Cumtown got banned, it was sort of surprising. But I think what happened with Cumtown, their subreddit, the fans thought it was funny to get it banned. So there's this weird thing where, it's not only just the fans, like this would happen with the Legion of Skanks subreddit. They warned the Legion of Skanks subreddit. They said, hey guys, you're posting hateful stuff. The moderators of this subreddit, the people who are in charge of it, need to make sure you guys are taking down the hateful comments, the racist comments. And if you're not moderating it, we're going to get rid of your community. This is what I understand. One of the moderators, I believe, in turn posted a meme of George Floyd, where he had George Floyd's mouth moving, being like, yo, man, the administrators are really coming after us now. We got to cool it. And it was very funny.
Yeah.
I believe that was one Ian Ellis, who has been on this show, and he ended up becoming one of the moderators for the Legion of Skanks subreddit. Small world. Regardless, okay, they saw that and they were like, okay, fuck you, and then they nuked it. I believe that's what happened, but it wasn't just his comment. It was everyone just kept on brigading with, N-words and F-words and every word you're not supposed to say. And I think Reddit was like, well, no, we're not trying to be that type of platform. And then they said, fuck it, we're going to nuke the Legion of Skanks subreddit. It was like 25,000 fans on that subreddit, but it wasn't, if you actually read the Legion of Skanks subreddit, and I was there all the time, I would lurk the subreddit probably at least every other day, if I'm traveling every fucking day, I would post on it at least every week. So I was very in tune with what was going on in that subreddit. There was no fucking actual hate going on in that subreddit. There was no real hate speech. I'm telling you right now, in the Legion in the Gas Digital live chat, there's a couple fucking actual racists. There's a couple legitimate dudes who are like, oh, that guy's probably legitimately racist, right?
Sure.
We don't kick him out because unless they're harassing people, we're not going to kick people out of the live chat. But when it's real racism. When it's people fucking around or people trying to be funny. Yeah. The Legion of Skanks subreddit was a bunch of fucking memes. It was a bunch of memes. It was a bunch of fucking people thinking it was edgy to say the N-word and thinking it was edgy to say, things you're not supposed to say. They were calling me a spick and Jay and Dave Jews and kikes. But it was all tongue-in-cheek, like, we're not supposed to say this, that's what we're saying. It's actually, to be honest with you, it's part of what Legion of Skanks, our brand of comedy and the humor that we do. It's like, duh, no shit, we're not supposed to say. We're not going like, yeah, we get to fucking say hate speech. Isn't that great? No, we're not supposed to say these words, and that's why it's funny. And that's why if you say them in a certain time, with certain timing and in a certain way, you'll get everyone in the room to fucking laugh and go, oh shit, I'm not supposed to be laughing at this.
Right.
That's what it is. I don't think I mean, very rarely, and a lot of people hated me on that subreddit. A lot of people would fucking post hateful shit on me. I don't think or maybe a handful of times, but rarely did I ever see real, like, you know what? Black people are a problem. I've never seen that on that subreddit. I've never seen the Jews gotta go. I've never seen real Nazi propaganda.
Imagining a guy who's legitimately like bummed out about black people in the United States, and he's like, you know where I'm gonna take it? The Legion of Skanks subreddit. These people will help me. Yeah. Like, that would be the last place anyone would like go anywhere political.
Yeah, even being on a computer at that point, it's fucking ridiculous.
What are you up to?
Like, it's fascinating. Everybody goes to the computer with their, like, that energy that it has to go somewhere. You know what I mean? Like, we all have this, like, aggressive energy that has to go somewhere, and most people are channeling it into the internet. So that's kind of like all it is. But how much shit on the internet do we even take seriously?
It's a great point, right? So you had that energy has to go somewhere. Everyone has the whatever it is that need for saying something. All those people that are posting dumb comments on YouTube and hateful comments and.
Because there's cell phone cameras now, and you can't yell it out your car.
Well, it used to be back in the day, the way kids would do it. I don't think they were racist kids. I think they were just fucking stupid kids. They would go onto the bathroom wall, and they would write, "Die, nigger."
Because you're not supposed to do it.
Right. And then some other person will be like, "Fuck you," and they put an arrow like, "Fuck you, Jew twat." And then another and it would just be down the bathroom wall, and it was so stupid. No, it was all Puerto Rican kids. It's literally a bunch of Puerto Rican kids.
It's you guys versus us. What the fuck, man?
There's no, but it's not even.
Who brought a can of spray paint into the bathroom?
It's just me, 13 years old in the bathroom. Like, I can't believe black people did this to us,
dude.
Where's my Jewish friends?
I'm telling you, it wasn't.
That's
even
what happened to Shayne. Puerto Rican kids keep writing on him.
But none of it was based off of like this real hate. It was based off of just being a bad fucking kid. Like what I would do is we would go. There was Samsondale Furniture on Route 9W in West Haverstraw. They would have, the letters in the display, and they didn't lock it, so we would we would always rearrange the letters. I mean, if we could find any letters that made anything, if it was the N word, if it was fucking faggot.
Well, they already sold Lazy Boys.
God damn, Zach, you're on fire today. He's good. He's good.
Well, the issue with all of it is that racism went underground after it became like not cool or whatever recently, and now it's all dog whistles. So you can't tell like ironic racists and real racists accidentally intermingle,
of course,
like, as racism grows. So it
happens all the time.
I
find people like that. Like as a Legion of Skanks host. Once in a while, you encounter a real racist, and you're like, no, I'm kidding. You're like, I was kidding. Like,
the way it's jarring in the wild.
Yeah,
like,
you find that in everything. My bad, because we do that. Like, and even in the black community, you listen to like rap music, and everything is hyper violent. Bang, 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 shoot 'em up. This, that, and you're going along with it, but then you kind of bump into someone that's a teenager, and it's like, oh, you thought that all of this is serious. Oh, shit. You know what I mean? Like, some people just take the programming too fucking far. You know?
Yeah, I agree.
It's jarring to meet him in the wild. Like, even for me, like, I was at a shitty motel the night before a friend's wedding, and there were two welders in the room next to us, and they took their shirts off and put up the colors. And then me and my friend both had docs on, and they asked to check our laces. And I'm like, oh, fuck.
Well, I don't know what that means.
Oh, white supremacists wear white laces for white power, red laces for if you've ever spilled blood for your race.
So funny. That's so because black people have to go through the same thing if they walk into a convenience store in a gang territory. Why are you wearing that hat on? You know, it's the same. So it's all the dumbest of the dumb on every side.
Yeah.
Worried about weird shit, and they're only a threat to their own people.
But there is this. You're right. There's a cross culture of like ironic racism, and like I think this is why the Cumtown subreddit got banned, because they were all those guys are lefties. Like their fan base is extreme, like really really liberal. And they all think it's just like funny to be ironically racist or to sort of speak with that like, character cadence or whatever it is. And that subreddit got banned first, which I thought was pretty funny. And now they did the Legion of Skanks subreddit. What do they think is going to happen? So here's what's funny. Guys like Seth Simons and Jake Flores, they're celebrating. They're posting screenshots and being like, "Yay, look at this. I can't tell you how happy this makes me." Like, I mean, first of all, I mean, do you think the fans aren't going to just fucking come together and figure something out? We already opened up the Gas Digital message boards again. So the forums, gasdigitalnetwork.com/forums are open. We're making some adjustments and some tweaks. I have other ideas for that could be really cool and much bigger as well. But they should want it on a platform where they sort of have to be limited, right? So what's funny is that guy Jake, he like has been blaming Legion of Skanks and our fans and our message board and the subreddit for like doxing him and sharing his fucking cum eating videos and all this other shit. We never even did it. It was the Cumtown private website. It's the kids on that message board, which is a private website which isn't moderated by some fucking lefties out in California. that are the ones who are sharing information. So you should want it on a public platform. You should want it on Twitter. You should want it on Reddit. You shouldn't want it
Where
to
people
go
have
on...
accountability. Like
Yeah, dude. I'll tell you right now, because if anybody calls these guys a faggot on the Gas Digital message board,
they become moderators.
I don't care. I'm not. Nobody's getting kicked off for fucking calling this guy a faggot. I'm sorry. It's just not going to happen. So I don't really know.
Dude, it's such a bummer to be like a grown man paying attention to that shit. Like, I'm Jewish, and if something happens to the website Stormfront, I won't know because it doesn't take up real estate in my mind. Because I'm a fucking loser.
But it's fascinating because that shows your growth. See, like that person, they're still spreading your propaganda. It's the same as if someone stands on a corner with a horn and be like, beep if you hate Louis J. Gomez.
Yeah.
Well, most of the people that drive past are going to go, who the fuck is Louis J. Gomez?
They're going to Google him and then be bummed out immediately.
But
go around the corner and they can beep.
But even though they're out there doing that negatively, all they're doing is bringing attention to Louis J. Gomez. You basically what you have is a disgruntled employee that will be here for 32 years. They're just going to bitch and moan the entire 32 years.
Yeah. Yeah. Look. I mean, look. These people are always going to hate me. I ended up. I mean, every single day, I end up stumbling upon somebody that I either used to be friends with on social media or that I used to follow that now has blocked me. Now I don't know if it's because they're using like
an app
that blocks if you follow a certain amount of problematic people. I mean, look, fine. Those people are fucking pussies anyway. If you type in like, all right, if you follow Anthony Cumia, Gavin McGinnis, fucking Joe Rogan, and fucking Donald Trump, you're blocked automatically from like what? Like what a fucking pussy.
So wait, there's an app that will monitor other people's.
Yeah, I'm blocked from people's Twitters that I've never even interacted with them.
Yeah, they can like mass block you based on like keywords.
If you follow Legion of Skanks.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. So, but yeah, it really is like it's just a strange thing. I used to really just give a fuck about like comedians hanging out and everyone like we were all just friends because we were comics.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, it was just like that was that. Every open mic that everyone went to at the beginning was. It was like an old crazy lady. There was a couple college kids. There was like a fucking an autistic kid.
Yeah, a doctor.
Yeah, there was a lawyer. There was a Harvard graduate. It was like 18
a guy who's 9 years in that thinks he's gonna pop.
Yes,
you know, and you're like, all right, man, you do it. You keep going.
But that was how everyone sort of started in comedy, and it was like a true melting pot of like cultures and the way people where people came from, and it was like it didn't matter. The equalizer was that fucking bucket. You put your name in that bucket. You pay your $3, or you buy your drink. You wait your turn, and you be respectful to that person because they're going to be respectful to you. You wait until the end of the fucking open mic. Don't leave after your set. Wait till the end. That was sort of the fucking rules of engagement. That's how we all interacted when we started in this game, and that was sort of the respect that we had. It's stupid. People that don't do comedy are like, yeah, that sounds dumb. But like for people who started in comedy over a decade ago, you get it. You're like, I don't know, man. There was that fucking bucket, and you're trying to get your name pulled out of it. You're watching
and to sit through 3 minutes at a time of a bunch of horse shit that you disagree with.
You disagree with it, you hate it, but you respected it. You just because you're like, you know what? I know they're trying. Just like in life, we're all trying to figure out our own philosophy, figure out our own path, figure out our own happiness, figure out our own success. They're all trying to figure out their 3 fucking minutes. And they're going through the same process no matter what their background was, no matter what happened to them, no matter what variables fucking smacked them in their face in their life. They were all trying to get to this one place. And that, it was like weirdly symbolic. It was like an analogy for fucking life. And that shit is just fucking gone.